This commenter asks, is a Japanese sword shortened from the tip or the tang, also known as the knuckle? Basically, a Japanese sword is differentially hardened, which is to say the edge is harder than the spine. And so at the tip, you get what's called a boshi. That's where there's a turn back here. And that keeps the tip harder than the spine. So if you were to cut from this side, you would lose the hardened tip. You would basically make the sword useless or thrusting. Therefore, the sword is usually cut from the tang over here. And so you can see this has this really crisp machi. That's usually a sign that it's a more recent cut. This particular sword was probably particularly long and then later cut down to be a single-handed fighting sword, or a katatuchi. Now, there are other ways to shorten a sword. For example, this very long sword here was probably shortened by doing what's called machi okori, where they recut the machi right over here. This is a pretty interesting sword because you can see that the tang is thinner here, suggesting that might have been part of the cutting edge. And then you can also see the points over here on the spine, the mune, where you have notches, where the habaki would have been. So as far down as here. So this sword could have been pretty extra long at this point. Now, there is a method where the tip is cut